Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is June 2022 and we have made a few moves this month. So first thing to talk about is my new job. So I took the new job as of like May 22nd or something like that. So both of these paychecks were increased income, or I guess my new pay rate. So base salary moved up to 117,000. I do get a 11% targeted bonus once per year. So that should be like $12,000, $12,800 roughly, if we hit all of the numbers within that we need to. So base salary, total salary, total compensation now should be $129,870, somewhere around there, just under 130,000. But unfortunately, I will not get the 11% bonus until like a long time from now. So it would be like, I think March, no, it'd be June 2023 would be the first time that I would get the bonus. So anyway, base income is somewhere around base gross income is somewhere around $4,400 roughly every 2 weeks, and so paying $2,200 a month in taxes, still putting $400 in my 401k, and then taking home 7,287. Only real changes here to talk about. I will slowly work up to that $200,000 mark in cash, and then once I hit the 200,000, I will probably crank money in 401ks and retirement accounts. Hopefully, I can hit it like by September. And then these last 4 months, I'll just go crazy and try to get as close as I can to maxing it out. But for my wife, same income that she made last month, no real changes there. And then rental properties, one lady paid a little bit late this month, so $2,335, but both of them paid in the long run. Gross income, 17,290. Take home pay, $11,125. So pretty standard month. The new income is nice. So it looks like, maybe an extra $2,500 a month, which is, that's pretty good. So I can't complain with that. I am still looking for other jobs. I still do feel like the base salary should be around 130 or at least 145, somewhere in that range. So I'm still on the lookout for other jobs. I've applied to maybe 45 or 50 so far. I've not had any interviews yet, so I'm still just, it's all a numbers game, I feel like. Once I apply to 100 or 200 positions, then if I'm not getting interviews, I'll be more concerned. But still kind of just getting started on that. Net worth wise, nothing really changed a whole lot, I would say. At least this month it did not. House number four, well, I guess all the houses really just went up their 2%. These three here, house 4, 5, and 7, I will definitely be moving these up next month. So we had some houses in the neighborhood. So we live in house number 4 right now. We had some houses in the neighborhood, same layout as ours, selling for like 395,000, and we have ours listed, not listed, listed here on the Excel spreadsheet at 332,000. So I will probably conservatively move that up to 350 next month. That'll be $18,000 increase. Then same story with house number 5. Houses are selling for somewhere in the 200 range, 195 to 200, it seems like. I have it at 156. I'll probably move this one up to 185 next month. I know that's a pretty big jump, but I'm still, it's still pretty conservative. Even if we list the house, let's say for 200, sell it for 200, and I pay 6% to a realtor, that would be $12,000. So that'd be 188,000. So 185 would be just below that. House number 7, it's a little bit cheaper. Honestly, I would rather live in house 7 than live in house 5, but for some reason, house number 7, the neighborhood has a lot of houses very, very similar to house 7. And so houses, they kind of hang out in the same price range. It's a single story, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom house. And so the next door house just sold for 190, so a little bit cheaper than house number 5. But next month I will probably move this up to 170,000, I would say. I try to stay maybe 15 to 20,000 below what it's actually worth if I ever sold it. So no changes with land. The land is tricky. I don't know how to really value this unless somebody else sells their land around me, and then I can take like this is 66 acres, and so you can kind of take like the price per acre. But the problem is like the property across the street is 1,100 acres, and so it would probably sell for a lot cheaper price per acre than what this would, versus if a property that was 20 acres sold, it would probably be more expensive per acre for 20 acres versus 60. So we kind of just have to land in the middle somewhere, and it's a pure just guesstimate of what that would be. But really nobody sells land out, out here at all. And so people who have more than like 30, 40 acres, like very rarely, like once in every 100 years, they might actually sell their property and get rid of it. But usually it just stays in the family and is inherited by the grandchildren or whoever. No changes in vehicles. I updated those last month. I'm still just waiting for my truck to be built and come in. But for now, just for accounting sake, I just have it as 32,711. Um, Investment wise, made a few moves this month. So the market overall went down pretty bad at the very beginning of the month. When it was closer to 119, I think it went down to 117 is when I cashed out of M1 Finance. And my reason being is I don't know what the market is doing. I don't obviously I don't ever know. I don't know if it's going to go up or going to go down. I do have a feeling if things are cheap or things are expensive. Right now, I feel like it's rather fairly priced. It's not super cheap. It's cheap compared to where it was in December, but it's still, it's still not like, oh my gosh, this is the cheapest stocks have been in, since 2008. So I made the decision just to lock in, and so I was up, I think, 24% in about 1 year in M1 Finance, and that includes dividend income and all that stuff. So um, I'm just going to say, hey, I'm locking in my gains. I need this cash to put a down payment on the future house that we're going to build on land 8. And so um, to do that, like I'm gonna have to have probably close to $200,000 in cash to put 20% down, and to have enough cushion to be able to live in house number 4 while I guess that would be house number 8 is being built, and pay 2 mortgage payments, 2 sets of taxes, 2 sets of insurance, all that stuff. So I really need to be cash heavy to be able to make that move. Once the new house would be built and we move into the new house, we'll sell house number 4, and then I should have. If this is 350 and I owe 228, I should have 130,000 in cash to either pay down the new house or to do whatever with. I'm not quite sure, but that's a while away. So I'm trying to lock in some of these things. So I sold off M1 Finance. I sold off the employee stock purchase plan. I feel like I did really well with that. That was about 30,000, which is almost back to the highest it's ever been. Not quite. This is probably worth 32 back here in October and November. So it would be worth 32 now since I got more shares in January. But the highest it was 148 a share. I sold at $138 a share. And most of the stock I was given at $36 a share. So I had a lot of gains there. And I'm going to have to make some notes come tax time because I'll have to pay taxes on this 24% gains I had here, and I'll have to pay a lot of taxes on this employee stock purchase plan. Some of the taxes for the employee stock purchase plan already came out, and I was not aware how much that would be. So if this was 30,000, um, they when I sold probably took $8,000 of that in taxes, just immediately from my account. So they took 36 a share minus the current share price, 138 when I sold. So I had to pay taxes on like $102 a share that I sold. And yeah, they took it as like I think it was 30% of that is what they withheld in taxes. So that was I had no idea that they were going to take that much in taxes, unfortunately. So hopefully I'll get some of that back come tax time. But HSA went down $3,000, 401k went down $6,000, and then wife's 403b went down $8,000 this month. So hard to say overall. I guess 8 is 11 plus 3, so somewhere around like 14,000. I think the market was down this month. So I do feel good about selling these when I did. I would rather be safe, and then my worst nightmare would be, we're ready. I get all my permits. We're ready to build the house. The market absolutely just, collapses. And then the 120 I had in M1 Finance goes down to 70,000. And then this goes down to 15,000. And then I'm stuck. I can't, get started on the house because I don't have enough money for down payment. And I would have to wait, 2 or 3 more years probably of just saving up cash. So I made the decision I'm just going to lock this in. So now I'm pretty much guaranteed that I can start the house probably sometime in December or January, December of this year, maybe January of 2023. And so, yeah, I just need to save another $10,000, which should be pretty easy. Probably within 2 to 3 months, I can get to 200,000. I don't want to pull from the rental checkings account. So, cash wise, up 149,000 basically from cashing these two accounts out. So I'm still 10,000 short of where I would like to be, but I'm close. Checkings account for rental properties is up another $1,000. So again, that's 2 months now of no expenses whatsoever. So that's great. I've not usually had like stretches that long where a toilet's not broken, or I'm knocking on wood here, but yeah. So it's been good. No major repairs or anything like that. So net worth as of June 2022, we're down about 21,000 compared to last month. A lot of that, withheld in taxes. 15,000 of that is the market going down, and that's pretty much it. So that pretty much wiped out $21,000 from the net worth this month. So we have been kind of just floating sideways since it looks like October of last year. We're basically on par with what we were. We were at 858 in October, and now it's June of the next year, and we're at 856. So kind of just trading sideways. Really not doing a whole lot. So I would have never guessed this in October that we are going to have such a bad market this year. But I'm hoping that things recover for the rest of the year. We're halfway through, and I think we're down 10-15% roughly from the start of January. So that's pretty rough. And if you look at some of these, health savings account, even though we're contributing, from 40,000, 42,000 down to 34,000, from 142 down to 113, 122 down to 107. I mean, so we've really taken a huge hit in a lot of these accounts. But I don't know. For the last 4 or 5 years, I was saying every month, like, this is insane. I can't believe, we made $20,000 in interest or in investments going up this month. This is crazy. This can't go on forever. And then now, well, it's not gone on forever. We basically, been down this whole year. So wrapping up here, but as of June 2022, net worth is 856,000. And I'm currently about $170,000 ahead of my goal pace of becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. So I'm slowly eating away. I was close to $300,000 ahead, and now I've eaten through 130,000 of that. So I'm really hoping that the market kind of recovers in the next, 6 months, a year. If not, it may be pushing it. It may be very close to 30 years old before I hit the $1 million mark. So yeah, we're just kind of at the mercy of the market, but I will keep working, keep applying to jobs, keep interviewing, and yeah, keep trying to save up in cash and get that down payment for our house. So thank you all for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Next month's videos are on the screen now. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, things that you'd like to see in future videos, just comment them down below. Thanks everybody, and we will see you in the next video.